All right, let's just get right into it. You've probably spent hours, maybe even days, turning your phone into a digital fortress. But what if the biggest threat wasn't something you could ever fix on your device? We're going to break down a really critical and honestly an overlooked truth. Your phone can be perfectly secure, but the network it connects to, well, that's a whole different story.
And look, let's give credit where it's due. You have done everything right. You bought a solid, secure phone, maybe a Pixel. You went the extra mile and hardened the OS. Maybe you're even running something like Graphene OS. You've meticulously combed through every app permission. You steer clear of sketchy apps, and you're savvy enough to know that most VPN ads are just hype. Your device is, for all intents and purposes, locked down.
But here's the kicker. After all of that effort, you're still exposed. And it's not because you missed a setting or downloaded the wrong thing. No. It's because the single greatest vulnerability was never something you could control. It was never on your device in the first place. See, modern surveillance doesn't always need to break into your phone. It just has to listen to the network.
And that brings us to this little-known component, the baseband processor. The easiest way to think about it is as a second, totally separate computer living inside your phone. It's got its own processor, its own software, and its only job is to communicate with the cell tower. Your main operating system, the Android or iOS you use every day, has virtually zero control over it. It is, by its very design, a complete blind spot.
So what you have are two different worlds running on the same device. On the one hand, you have the world you control, your main OS where you can sandbox apps and encrypt your files. But on the other hand, you have the basebands world, which is completely controlled by the network. It's handling all the low-level stuff, authenticating your SIM card, responding to location pings from the tower, and managing which tower you're connected to as you move around.
And here's the most important part to understand. The relationship between your phone and the network, it's not a negotiation. The network gives the orders, and that little baseband computer inside your phone simply does what it's told, period. This isn't some bug that can be patched. It's the fundamental architecture of how cellular networks have always worked.
Okay, so what does this actually mean in the real world? Well, it means that no matter how amazing your end-to-end encryption is for your messages or your calls, the network itself still sees a shocking amount of information about you.
It sees all of this through something called metadata. Your encryption doesn't touch this stuff. The network always sees your radio identity, your IMSI, which is like a permanent serial number for your SIM card. It always knows your precise location, it logs your patterns of life, when you're active, where you go, and it sees all the constant background chatter between your phone and the tower that happens 24/7, even when you're not actively using it.
Now, over time, all of this metadata, it creates a fingerprint that is completely unique to you. There's a term for this. It's called temporal correlation. It's really just a fancy way of saying that even if someone doesn't know who you are, they can identify you just by observing your patterns. Your behavior itself becomes your ID.
Think about it like this. You have an anonymous device. Well, that device leaves the same house every single morning at 8 a.m. It travels the exact same route to work, it sits inside the same office building all day long, and then it takes the same route home. How anonymous is that device now? The pattern has revealed the person. And you might be sitting there and thinking, wow, that's a huge security flaw. But you have to understand, this isn't a flaw. It's not a bug. This is and always has been a feature of the system.
The reason why is because the entire global cellular system was built on something called the trusted network model. The foundational idea was that every telecom company in the world could just, trust each other, which means any operator with access to this global network can just ask another operator where you are, and the system is designed to just hand over the answer.
So, did 5G swoop in and fix all this? Nope, not really. Most of the 5G out there today is what's called non-standalone, which is basically a new 5G radio bolted onto the same old vulnerable 4G core network. Even true standalone 5G, which is better, only encrypts your permanent ID. It does absolutely nothing to hide your location or your patterns. You are still very, very visible.
Right about now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, I get it. But what about my VPN? That's the go-to privacy tool for so many of us. But this is exactly where a tool that works great in one context falls short in another.
The difference between using a VPN on Wi-Fi versus on your cellular connection is just night and day. On Wi-Fi, your VPN fires up and encrypts everything before it gets to your internet provider. But on cellular, it's too late. The baseband in your phone has to connect to the network first. It has to authenticate you and give away your location before your VPN app even launches. By the time your VPN starts,
The network already knows exactly who and where you are.
So, all of these technical details, they're all building up to one fundamental question we just have to ask. Can you actually be invisible on a cell network?
And the answer is a simple, straightforward, unambiguous no, you cannot.
So we need to stop asking that question. It's a dead end. We need to start asking a much smarter, more strategic one. The real question is, who can exploit my network data and what would it cost them to do it? Is your threat a nation-state with unlimited resources, or is it a low-level data broker? The answer to that question changes your entire security strategy.
And this finally brings us back to why you hardened your phone in the first place. That work was not for nothing. A secure phone serves a purpose, just maybe not the one we thought. Its job isn't to make you invisible. Its real job is to raise the cost of an attack. Let's be really clear about this. A secure phone absolutely can stop all the cheap, easy, low-level hacks. It can block a malicious app from getting to your data. It can make a targeted attack on your specific device way more difficult and way more expensive for the attacker. But here's what it can't do. It cannot stop the built-in fundamental observation capabilities of the cellular network itself. Nothing can.
And when you really internalize that, you arrive at the core idea of modern security. It isn't about chasing the ghost of invisibility. It's about understanding with absolute clarity what you can't hide. It's about accepting that network-level observation is a constant, and then building your security model around that reality, not in denial of it.
True security really begins right at that moment when the illusion of total privacy disappears. So I'll just leave you with this one thought to chew on. Now that you know what you can't hide, how does your approach to security change?